The world of television often brings unexpected turns, both on and off screen. One such moment in young Sheldon that left fans with questions was the notable absence of Lance Barber during the death scene of his character, George Cooper Sr. As a beloved figure in the Big Bang Theory prequel, his departure was emotionally charged. However, his absence during the actual filming of the death scene was even more surprising. This article explores the potential reasons why Barber wasn't on set for that pivotal moment and what it means for the show's storytelling. Creative decision-making. One of the most apparent reasons behind Barber's absence could have been a directorial or writer's choice. The death of George Cooper Sr. was always a significant plot point in young Sheldon, as it aligned with Sheldon Cooper's backstory established in The Big Bang Theory. Rather than showing the character's final moments, the show may have opted for an off-screen approach to maintain a sense of emotional gravity while keeping it aligned with Sheldon's fragmented childhood memories. From a storytelling perspective, sometimes less is more. By not having Barber physically present during the scene, the show could have allowed the audience to process the event through the eyes of Sheldon, who likely had a limited memory of his father's passing. This approach also aligns with the way The Big Bang Theory previously handled George's death, mentioned in dialogue but never explicitly shown. Logistical or scheduling conflicts. Another possible reason for Barber's absence could have been logistical or scheduling conflicts. In the fast-paced world of television, actors often juggle multiple projects simultaneously. If Barber had prior commitments, the production team may have worked around his availability by crafting the scene without his physical presence. It's not uncommon for key moments in television to be shot without a principal actor present, relying instead on creative cinematography, voiceovers, or indirect storytelling. If Barber had a conflicting engagement, the showrunners may have chosen to work around it rather than delay production. Emotional impact and narrative choice. The emotional weight of a character's death can often be amplified when left to the audience's imagination. Some of the most impactful deaths in television history have been those left unseen or portrayed through the reactions of other characters rather than the event itself. By not having Barber on set, young Sheldon may have aimed to heighten the emotional resonance of George's passing. Rather than focusing on the actual moment of death, the show might have chosen to emphasize the aftermath, the reactions of his family, particularly Sheldon, Mary, and Missy. This method of storytelling aligns with the show's tendency to balance humor with heartfelt moments. Having a dramatic, visually intense death scene might not have fit young Sheldon's tone, so keeping it off-screen could have been an intentional choice to preserve the show's delicate balance. Respecting the Big Bang Theory canon. One of the challenges young Sheldon has always faced is maintaining consistency with the Big Bang Theory, while still having the creative freedom to explore new dimensions of Sheldon's past. In The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon refers to his father's death, but never provides a highly detailed account of the event. This ambiguity gave young Sheldon some flexibility in its portrayal of George's passing. Since Sheldon's memories of his father were often filtered through the lens of childhood innocence and trauma, the show may have deliberately avoided showing George's death in real time. Barber's absence could have been a way to ensure that the scene didn't contradict Sheldon's recollections in The Big Bang Theory. Actor preference and emotional toll. For some actors, portraying the death of a beloved character, especially one they have embodied for years, can be emotionally exhausting. If Barber felt that not being physically present for the scene would enhance the performance of his co-stars or protect his own emotional well-being, he may have made the personal choice to step back from the set for that moment. Some actors prefer to detach themselves from emotionally heavy scenes to allow their fellow cast members to take the spotlight in reacting to the event. This could have been the case for Barber, who may have felt that the scene's impact would be stronger without his direct involvement. production techniques, and alternative filming methods. In modern television, death scenes don't always require the actor to be present. Shows often use body doubles, archival footage, or implied storytelling to depict a character's passing without showing them explicitly. If the young Sheldon production team decided to handle George's death in a more symbolic manner, perhaps through a dream sequence, a flashback, or an emotional reaction from his family, then Barber's physical presence may not have been necessary. Additionally, COVID-19 protocols in Hollywood have changed how some scenes are filmed, with actors sometimes shooting separately for safety or convenience. While this is a less likely factor, it's worth considering in an era where television production has adapted to new norms. How fans reacted to his absence. Many fans of young Sheldon were taken aback by Barber's absence during such a crucial moment. Some expressed disappointment, hoping to see a heartfelt goodbye between George and his family. Others appreciated the subtlety of the approach, arguing that it stayed true to Sheldon's recollections and allowed the audience to fill in the emotional gaps themselves. The debate over how young Sheldon handled George's death reflects broader discussions about how television should portray major character exits. Some viewers prefer direct, emotional farewells, while others appreciate the nuance of off-screen storytelling. Regardless of where one stands, Barber's absence undeniably sparked conversation. Conclusion. Lance Barber's absence during George Cooper Sr.'s death scene in young Sheldon likely stemmed from a combination of creative, logistical, and emotional factors. Whether it was a deliberate choice to align with the Big Bang Theory's canon, a scheduling conflict, or an attempt to heighten the scene's emotional impact, the decision ensured that the moment remained powerful and true to the show's storytelling style. Ultimately, George's passing was less about the act itself and more about its effect on Sheldon and his family. By keeping the moment off-screen, young Sheldon allowed viewers to focus on the emotional aftermath, making George's absence even more poignant. While fans may have differing opinions on the approach, one thing is clear: Lance Barber's portrayal of George Cooper Sr. has left a lasting legacy in the young Sheldon universe.